Welcome to Phenom, every Tuesday, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. All right, today is all about how to text leads, things that you need to know. I want to start off by giving you some stats about texting. Some of the things I'm also going to go over, I'm going to go over specifically what to text. We're going to go over when to text. And then I'm also going to give you some specific tips on texting. But before, we've got some stats. Dylan wants to drop it like it's hot. We'll start with some stats. You ready, D?
Yep.
All right, so leads that were sent 3 or more text after first contact are 328% more likely to convert, according to GC, the supposed godfather of sales. All right, so leads that were sent 3 or more text. A lot of agents aren't using text. Those that are at least seeing some success with text. And it's backwards. You say, well, dude, this person's 67 years old. They don't text. The chance of them texting is actually higher than that they won't. My grandma is late 60s. She texts, right? So I'm telling you guys, people text. You need to pay attention to this, especially the fact that 3 or more text helps. Also, SMS, text messaging, whatever SMS means, text messaging, I think it's, messaging services or something. Text messaging is the most widely used communication service around the world. I do a lot more communication via text than I do over the phone. Dylan, do we communicate more through text or via phone? Me and you.
Texting, for
Dude,
sure.
definitely text. You mic'd up today?
Yep.
Good.
I'm kind of losing my voice, though. So.
Dude, me and you both, man. It's a sickly office around here. You don't want to be here. Or you do. Next one. 50% of adults 18 to 24 confirm that texts are not less meaningful to them than phone calls, which is kind of backwards. Like, people will say, well, dude, it's not about the personal touch. Now, maybe that's true for a 64-year-old. Very possible. But 50% of adults say that it's not less meaningful, especially young adults, which is cool. Also, the open rate, like, this is huge, man. I'm putting a big circle around this one. You guys need to be paying attention to this stuff. The open rate for text messages is 99%. I'm going to ask you right now, what text have you gotten that you didn't see? Because you're at least going to read it, delete it, unread it, something, right? But you see every text that comes in. I'm getting text right now on the show. I got one from Steve just now. Like, I'm reading text while I'm on the show. 99% of texts are opened. That's incredible. Also, 78% of people say they would like to have a text conversation with a business. That's high. Almost 80% of people, and that's not even got an age bracket on it, say they would like to have a text conversation with a business. That's huge. They want to have text conversations with you. I set an appointment through text yesterday. True or false, Dylan?
True.
The guy said, sorry, I can't talk right now. And I'll walk through that in a little bit. I said, and I set an appointment through text. I see people set appointments through text all the time, but most agents aren't doing it. 78% of people, next one, 78% of people say they would like to have a text conversation with a business. We talked about that one. That was good. Next one, though. That's one of my coolest ones. That's like a huge stat. I got to say it again. All right, next one. Text message response rates are 295% higher than the rates from phone calls. I'm actually surprised it's not higher than that. You probably are too. You're like, man, I would way rather respond to a text and a call. Like, I don't even respond to every call. I respond to every text. I just do, unless it's like a spam. Like, hey, it's I don't know who will text me, but like I shouldn't say this, but what do they call that? Bath and Body Works. I think my wife subscribed to me or something, so I get all these discounts all the time. So fun to say that on the show, huh? But hey, dude, they got some good lotion and some bath bombs, right? I mean, come on.
Their candles are on point.
Yeah, right. It's just Phone Phenom just went candle crazy. 295% higher than phone calls. That's big. 90% of leads say they would prefer to be texted compared to called. Like, I think we saved the best for last. 9 out of 10 people say they would rather be texted compared to called. I'm not saying don't call them. I'm saying also text them too. So I want to jump into what to text, when to text, and some specific tips. So I'm going to start with what should you text. So we're going to cover what, when, and some tips. So I'll say, okay, so you say, okay, what do you text? I text literally almost the same thing that I text, that I say when I'm on the phone. So I start with their name, then my name, then same thing, I'm getting back to you, like, you know what, I'm not yelling at them, I'm letting them know. I'm not saying, hey, you did this. I'm saying, hey, I'm getting back to you about your request for blank, okay? I'm getting back to you about your request for blank. Now, hey, I'm the local whatever field underwriter. I'll be out in your area on blank. And then ask a question. Like, it's simple. It's just like the script, and it works. I sent one through text yesterday. The guy wanted to text, though, like that was his fault. Betty, this is Cody. I'm getting back to you about your request for the new Medicare information. I'm the local field underwriter. I'll be out in your area on Friday. Should I drop this information off in the morning or in the afternoon? Like, how is that different than the script, Dylan?
No.
We talked about this yesterday. You've heard the script like 88,000 times. You guys have heard it a bunch. Like, here's the text script. People are always like, hey, what's the text script? Here it is. Like, some people send novels and books through text. There's no reason to do that. Keep it simple, stupid. Emails, calls, text, voicemails, door knock. There's your script. Like, I believe in a systematic approach that produces results. This produces results. Okay, so you say, okay, now Cody, when? Now when? Okay, so when? I want to text immediately. I'll just write it out. I want to text immediately, okay? I want to text immediately. And then the other times I want to text are times that they're available. So when are they most likely available? Lunch, evenings, and weekends. Like, when are they doing the most texting, and when are they most available, and when are they most likely to text you back? That's the big thing. Like, there's psychology to all of this, and what you do and how you do it and what you think. Immediately, lunch, evenings, and weekends, like maybe early in the morning, 8:15 a.m., like times where they are going to text you back. All right, so you got this. If you don't, you can go back and watch. You can rewind this and write it down. Betty, this is Cody. I'm getting back to you about your request for homeowners information. I'm the local field underwriter. I'll be out in your area on Tuesday. Should I drop it off in the morning or the afternoon? Or mornings or afternoons better? Like, you know what I mean? Do that, okay? So we covered, I'm not gonna make this a long show. I'm gonna make this a super valuable, impactful 15 minutes together. So what and where? Done. Tips. Tips is, the tips that I would say is do it, right? Most of you aren't doing it. Tip number 1. That's a good one, right, Dylan?
Yeah.
Just do it. Nike, we proud. All right. Tip number 2 is don't kiss the prospect, but keep it simple, stupid. Okay? You can do whatever you want, but just keep it simple. That's why I say, like, have a script and then, like, find something that works like that works. I see a lot of people use it, it works, and then they do it, right? Keep it simple, stupid. You don't want this. I mean, that's why I say, like, keep it concise. Because you don't want a book. Like, if I get a text, I don't care who it's from. I don't care if it's from my wife. And it's 3, 4, 5 paragraphs deep or a dozen sentences or more. I'm like rolling my eyes. I'm skimming. I'm not even going to read it. Keep it concise, right? Let them know that you're local, right? You want to look local, and then you want to finish with a question. Like, I could give a lot of tips around this, but again, I'm believing the KISS method, right? So just start to do it. Keep it simple. We talked about when immediately. Be concise. Be local. Finish with a question, because the main thing is the only thing you want is a response. Even if it's a bad response, you learned something and you got a response out of them. The reason we text is to get a response, to get a hold of them or to try to get in front of them. I don't know of another reason. I can't sell them through text. I mean, I have, but you don't want, that's not the goal here. The goal is to get in front of them. Like everything that you do, calling, door knocking, texting, you always have a goal, an end goal in mind. If you don't, you need one. Like when I door knock, it's to get in the door. When I call, it's to get in the door. When I text, it's to set an appointment. So there's always got to be a end goal. That's the big thing I would say is you've got to have a goal in mind for the near future. So today, we gave you some specific stats to prove to you that it works. 78-year-olds are texting. Mark my words. They just are. They're online. We do 50,000 leads a month now. They're online. They're on their phones. They got Facebook. They got email. They're texting. Trust me. What? I gave you the text script. When to text. I gave you all that. We gave you specific tips on how to actually get out and make sure this happens and it's successful for you. We always have a ton of fun with you guys. You guys are awesome. We can't do the show without you. Thanks for all the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and the comments. We just hit 6,000 YouTube subscribers yesterday, and I want to get to 10K. We love you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm all about helping you succeed. Also, we give you free stuff every single freaking day. Thanks for watching Phone Phenom every Tuesday at 5. We'll see you tomorrow for some live Q&A. Make sure you drop some questions, and we'll address them in tomorrow's show. Appreciate you guys.